Hey, it's your boy Gavin, back with another video. In this video, I'm going to talk about the difference between Amazon FBA and Amazon FBM. And I'm going to go through a case scenario with you so you can understand the differences and which one is best for you if you were to start an Amazon business. So let's get into it. Intro. All right, guys, so let's just get into Amazon FBA. What is Amazon FBA? What is Amazon FBM? Amazon FBA, in a nutshell, is basically you make a listing, you're going to sell a product, you source the product locally or from China, put a barcode onto it, put some outside labels, and you send it directly to Amazon warehouse, and they will do the, when you get a sale, they will pick, pack, and send the item on your behalf, and they'll also take care of customer service, okay? The difference with FBM is when you get a sale, well, you basically have to pick, pack, and send it yourself, organize couriers to get the item to the customer. All right, so that's basically the difference. So let's just go through the advantages of FBA. Amazon FBA, because you're sending the item to the warehouse, you don't have to worry about anything. It's completely passive. You can do it anywhere in the world. You just need a laptop. For example, I'm here in Thailand and I'm selling goods in Amazon Australia, and it just runs to me in complete autopilot. I can just pull up my smartphone and I can see the sales in real time. I don't have to worry about customer service, and most of the stuff, all the logistics and all the stuff that you would spend your time on is already taken care of by Amazon. Okay, now you pay a fee for that, but if you're only doing like small volume or you're working a full-time job, then and you don't have the time, then Amazon FBA, it could be a solution for you because you're using Amazon FBA warehouse, because they know the goods are basically in the warehouse that they control. The listings, there's advantages with you get better listing organically. That's what I've heard. And also Prime as well. One of the big advantages is Prime customers. So if they have Prime, they can basically get the shipping for free. That's a big advantage, because if you've got the goods in Amazon warehouse and someone comes along and they see an Amazon FBA seller, one's getting sold, it's shipped by Amazon FBA and the other one's shipped by Amazon FBM, and it's basically the same item, they're going to pick, and they're a Prime customer, they're going to pick you because they get free shipping. If they go and buy the same item off the Amazon FBM seller, well, they're going to pay for shipping. So they're going to go for you, right? Because they don't have to pay for shipping. So that's one of the advantages. If you want it to be automated or passive as much as you can, then Amazon FBA is the way to go. Obviously, I'm a big advocate for Amazon FBA. So what are some of the disadvantages? I guess I'm a bit biased. I don't see many disadvantages at all because it's like my time is the most important thing, and Amazon is taking that doing all the logistics for me. So you can see it as a disadvantage that maybe some things could be shipped by you cheaper, or if they're locally, you could just deliver them. I don't know. I don't really see the advantages of. I still think Amazon FBA is the way to go, but I'm a bit biased towards that anyway. But obviously, when you're first starting, you might be able to cut some corners somewhere. If you think that you might have to save some money, then it might be something that you might do. I really don't see any disadvantages of Amazon FBA. I'm trying to think, but right now I can't think off the bat. Maybe if I do, I'll put them in the listing below, or I'll put them as I edit the video, but I really can't think of them right now. The Amazon, let's see some advantages and disadvantages of Amazon FBM, fulfilled by merchant, okay? Some of the advantages, you can, you're kind of like, you have the stock yourself. So, actually, some of the people actually drop ship, which is, you have to be very careful on how you do it. But that's kind of one of the advantages of FBM. You don't actually have to have the product. because you're responsible for the delivery of the product. You have to pick, pack, and send it to the customer yourself. That's where people do drop shipping. So if drop shipping's your thing and you want to drop ship it, so basically drop shipping is when you sell the item on an Amazon platform, you already have a supplier that you know that has that product, and then you send through the automated system. There's systems available that will connect your Amazon account through API to their system. They'll see the order come in automatically. Then they'll just send the item out and bill you, and it'll look like that item came from you, but it really came from the supplier. Then the customer gets the item, and obviously you have to figure out your costs, whether it's more economical, that it's either the same or less shipping that you're paying, for that supplier to send it to the customer. If it's costing you more for the supplier to send the customer, then you're going to lose money. That's kind of one of the advantages is the drop shipping side of it. I don't do drop shipping. I know there's people that do it, but I think one of the advantages of drop shipping would be from China, where once everything gets back to normal, and you have that 7 to 9 days from China to Australia. This is the transit times, when there was still a lot of planes in and out and there was flights every day. Yeah, that was feasible. But then again, I would also have the inventory already bought. That's just me personally. I know there's people that do it the other way, because there's a lot of dodgy dudes in China that say, hey, yeah, we've got the item, but they don't have the item. They've got to produce the item, and that might take 10 days. And then they're going to ship it, which may take, another 7 to 9 days. This is like before COVID and once COVID goes, assuming that there's air travel available and room on flights that are coming in. You could be looking at 3 weeks before the customer gets the parcel, the item that they bought off Amazon. So you got to be very careful with the transit times. Whereas the Amazon FBA, you're not really responsible for that. If Amazon stuff it up and they don't send the order and the customer doesn't get it for 2 weeks, when they were promised that they would get it within 5 days, that's not on you. Okay, your account's not going to be affected by that. So Amazon could treat every single seller probably on a daily or a weekly basis. So if your account is starting to look really, really bad because their customers are not getting their product, your health, you'll see it in your account health. Once it goes in the red, you're in big trouble, because they'll just stop you or suspend your account. So that's one of the advantages of having it through FBA. You're leaving all the logistics to them. Here, I'm in Thailand. I don't have to worry about anything. I just send the product to them. Amazon FBM, if you're going to do drop shipping, make sure that you've got your logistics sorted out, because if you haven't, and you're assuming that supplier in China is about to send the goods that you just bought, that you just sold off, like you just got a sale off Amazon, and now you contact your supplier, and he's in China, and say, hey, I just sold a widget, can you send the item? They don't have the widget, right? You don't know that. And they might take 5 to 10 days to create the widget. Then they've got to take another 7 to 9 days to send it to Australia, to your customer. So you have to be very careful and make sure that your logistics on the Amazon FBM side, if you're drop shipping, is very tight. You can still do it. I think if you already have bought the inventory and it's sitting in a warehouse somewhere in China, that do drop shipping, then it'll work flawlessly. So to go back on Amazon FBA, Amazon Merchant, there are some advantages, but obviously the disadvantages would be if you're not getting the product to Amazon's customer in time, you're going to get your Amazon health is going to go down. You could get your account suspended. Also, you might be doing your own shipping, but you don't have the big discounts that Amazon has. I think they have a really huge discount with Australia Post. So you don't have those deep discounts because you're just a new customer to them. They're just going to charge you like that normal rate. Whereas Amazon, they're going to charge them way cheaper because they do massive volume. So that's one of the things too. And then also you have to set up all your accounts with, like Fastways, TNT, DHL, whatever, all the accounts that you're using to be able to send the goods out, all right, because you're doing the shipping yourself. You could use a 3PL or a third-party logistics warehouse, but then you're like, why don't you just use Amazon? You're gonna incur fees from them anyway if you use a third-party warehouse. Why not just send it to Amazon FBA? They're basically like in their system, okay? It just gets a little bit if you're using a third-party fulfillment center, it just gets, it's like then this Amazon, their system has to integrate with Amazon, and then so there's advantages and disadvantages to both Amazon FBA and Amazon FBM. Let's say, for example, you have a dumbbell, those dumbbells that you see at the gym and you're doing your weights, okay? And you send those weights to Amazon FBA, Amazon warehouse, so you're doing Amazon FBA, as opposed to, having the product in your house or your warehouse or wherever you're storing it. All of a sudden you get a sale and you find out that item has actually cost you a lot more than you thought to ship that item out. Okay, so you're going to have to charge the customer more because of the weight. Okay, not so much the size, but the weight of the item. So now the customer has to think, well, this person's charging me more for shipping. Whereas if you send it to Amazon FBA, they have a cheaper shipping volume, right? They've got relationships with all the couriers, and they get a better rate for shipping. So their shipping cost is going to be less. So put yourself in the buyer's shoes. Do they go for, they see the same item? Do they go for the person with the Amazon FBA where the shipping is cheaper? Or do they go for you where you're filled by merchant and you don't have that volume that Amazon has in shipping volume, cost you more to ship the item to the customer? Who's the customer going to pick? Obviously Amazon, because they have to pay less on shipping, or they might just have Prime where they don't have to pay any shipping. So that's one advantage using a dumbbell or a set of dumbbells as an example of the comparisons. You just have to figure out what's best for you. All right. I'm not saying that Amazon FBA is for everyone. You might be happy, you might be running an eBay business. So you just started selling on Amazon. You already have everything set up. So then you just use Amazon FBM. So there's a situation where you just want to fill it yourself. If you like it where it's completely passive, and you don't have to worry about the logistics and the headaches that go with it. You don't want to run down to the post office. You come home from work and then you're like, I've got to pack this item to go send it to a customer. You don't want to deal with any of that. You just want to kick back and open up your phone and have a look at the sales that come in. And you can do it anywhere in the world, in any country, as long as you've got internet connection. Then Amazon FBA is for you. If you're more of a hands-on person and you want to cut some costs, or you think you can cut some costs by packaging it and sending it out to your customer yourself, then Amazon FBM might be for you, or you've already got like an existing warehouse, or you do eBay and you can use those existing channels and logistics that you've already set up. Then Amazon will just be another channel that you're going to plug into that. So that's the kind of thing that you've got to figure out. If you have any questions, just comment below. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, because we basically talk about make money online, affiliate marketing, Amazon, digital nomad, anything along those lines. That's what this channel is about. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. See you guys later.